Well, good Tuesday morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods. Oh my goodness. I could literally cry. We talking about practice now. Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, trolls, haters, everybody is in training camp right now. Cowboys arrived yesterday. Today will be physicals and, getting unpacked and getting ready to go. Today will be the opening presser, where we always get, Jerry Jones, in past years we got things like this.
I think that's a part of leadership, is to have some of the guys that have gone before that have been disappointed to share it with everybody involved. For me, it's a reminder. I, too, have been here 23 years. And it is a reminder. I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole.
I want me some glory holes. That's right. We want some glory holes. So I have that
perspective.
Yeah. We know you got that perspective, Jerry. We appreciate that, Jerry. We really do. So we'll see what Jerry Jones has to say. We'll try and cover it. I'm not sure exactly what time it is yet, but we'll try and make sure that we cover that and give you guys our reaction. A couple of things. J-Ron Curse is saying that basically we're coming in hungry. J-Ron Curse, and maybe I'm making out more than what it was, but basically he said we didn't lose anything this offseason, and we're coming in with an attitude, and we're going to be successful. I love that because, see, this is the guy who was one of those overlooked free agents. We kill Stephen Jones because we don't get the big names and stuff. But J-Ron Curse played like he was a big name, like if you had signed a great safety. He played like one, 101 tackles. His numbers are comparable with the guys that are in the top 5 in safety play. Screw Pro Football Focus, they missed out on him. He basically calls out the defense, which enabled Micah Parsons to be that beast where Micah Parsons is not going through and thinking about what everybody else is going to do. He was able to focus on what he was going to do. And that is a great thing, and it's a great combination. And as we get together with this defense, with Dan Quinn having the opportunity to really now get into the subtleties of this defense to make sure everybody's on the same page and get some of that new meat out there, like Sam Williams and Ridgeway. Get these new guys in here into the fold. Get guys that were injured most of last year back. Get guys that are trying to make a name for themselves that have been a disappointment, in a guy that should be hungry like a Tristan Hill. And Neville Gallimore getting back from the injury that he had last year, that these guys, that we're starting out in a much better position on that defense than we did. And we may need to rely on that defense more. And you can dare say we haven't been able to rely on the defense enough to make it to where we want to be. You've got to be a good team all the way around. You can't just be great offensively and say our defense is ass and think you're going to win. Peyton Manning found that out as well, because when you looked at Peyton Manning was always great with their offense. The year he won the Super Bowl with the Colts, their defense had been bad all season, but for some reason they were able to turn it on in playoffs and played lights out, which enabled them to finally get their his first Super Bowl. And that's the thing that's been missing for our Cowboys. We don't have we haven't had the doomsday defense, the doomsday 2, or that defense that gets that stop when we need it against Aaron freaking Rodgers. Maybe, just maybe, that this team can be that team. I want to talk about a couple of things here. I love the veteran, Zach Martin. It's hard to believe that he's 31 years old. I'm almost amazed how quickly time flies, but how good a shape Zach Martin is. He is truly one of the best there is in the business.
Yeah, training camp's huge, for everyone, especially, for myself. Really a time to kind of get your legs back underneath you, your timing, really start to gel as an offensive line and a football team. We still are finding our identity as a team. Obviously, every year is different, so this next month out here is very good for us.
Does the disappointment of the way things ended last year motivate you even as another camp begins this year?
Yeah, I think, try not to look out at last year. Obviously we can learn from things. It's a new year, so we got to build on some of the good things we did last year and learn from some of the things that kind of shot us in the foot last year.
Besides the weather, what's the best part about being out here?
I love coming out here. It just kind of breaks up the season a little bit. Obviously every first few weeks out here in training camp, we move back to Dallas, kind of just break things up. So I love coming out here, kind of locking in for that month and getting to work and getting ready for the season.
Love getting out here and finding the identity. You know what? That is key. Finding out what the identity is going to be. Here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this identity becomes, we gonna get nasty. We're gonna get nasty on the offensive line. We are going to run down your throat. We are going to pound the hell out of you. That's what I'm hoping. Also, too, Zach Martin was talking about the new focus on penalties. The problem when you focus on penalties, and the problem I think happened a lot last year, is when you start getting those penalties and stuff, you start changing how you're playing. You get less aggressive, and you still end up sometimes still making the mistakes, but then you're not blocking as well, too. I hope the focus will be that they get these penalties under control. They learn about keeping their hands inside, but they end up mauling people. That's what I want to see. Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, even Terrence Steele with his 6'6" frame, and now Tyler Smith are all road graders, and I want to see them just literally bowl people over. Basically, pound the hell out of them, tenderize them, and turn them into mush meat. That's my hopes. Interesting thing, though, something that kind of came through that didn't necessarily get a lot of publicity. And hang on, let me grab something because I want to show you this because I need the prop. Okay, this is Broke-Ass Media. I'll be right back. Bear with Broke-Ass Media, okay? This is the Cowboys throwback helmet, our Thanksgiving one, basically cut and clean. Everybody else got the black helmets and things like that, right? But we may have actually a little bit different one. The NFL may have actually messed up. So you see over here, that's this helmet right here, okay? Right? This is actually from the NFL Twitter because they're talking about the alternate helmets and stuff. But here's the interesting part. And if you see it, at first, you may not really notice. I don't know if I can blow that up. Can I blow it up a little bit? Up. Okay. Let's see. I won't blow up too much. But you see the regular one right here. We got our 2 stripes down the middle. We got the star. We got the gray bar. But if you look over here on this helmet, can I get it there better? Nope, it's still small. This gray helmet has actually a white cage on it. Subtle, but different. So the NFL tweeted, excited to see this season. Which one are you excited to see this season? So could it be that we actually have an alternate helmet? I don't know. But it will be interesting to find out if that's the case, because, of course, then that means they're going to be selling more helmets and things there. So that's a little tad bit there. Interesting point, we've been told that the Cowboys are ass all offseason, that the Eagles have been getting all of the love out there. This morning on NFL Good Morning Football, they had a little different take. And this almost feels like what happened last year. Last year, the Washington Commanders, formerly the Washington football team, was getting all the offseason love. But then came training camp, the Dallas Cowboys started getting it. So let's listen in this morning.
Sorry, Cowboys fans. I just had to relive that little sequence there. It's time for a round of Weenery Out. It's a great segment we do on Tuesdays. And basically, I say a statement, and you guys tell me whether you're in with the statement or you are out with it.
Oh, pause. Hold on.
It has nothing to do with how I do my job. I show up every day for work to win a championship. How do we win today? That's what I'm asking. My viewpoint is it's not a story. It's a media-driven narrative, or at least a narrative driven outside my realm. Outside my realm. There were Sean Payton talks. There was, does Kellen Moore or Dan Quinn take over? Mike McCarthy's the head coach of the Cowboys. Now remember, Dallas did win the division last year. They hosted that playoff game, and yet it has been a summer of Eagles, Eagles, Eagles. Not only on this show, but on the entire NFL network. My statement is this. The Cowboys, not the Eagles, should still be the favorites to win the NFC heading into the 2022 season. Jason McCourty,
question, Peter.
Are we in or are we out?
I'm definitely 100% in. This is an easy one. The Cowboys finished 12-5 last year. They won the division. But not only that, they finished third in the NFC ahead of the Super Bowl champion LA Rams. But more importantly, let's take a look at how those games ended up last year. The Cowboys defeated the Eagles twice. The second game being in Philadelphia, where they put up 50 points. They outscored them 92-47. You can look at the yardage there and the pass touchdowns.
92-47.
This is the time of the year where we talk about how the great new acquisitions are going to play a huge part. They got A.J. Brown. Things are taking off. It's a beautiful day in Philly, but the Cowboys are still here. Dak Prescott is still here. We have no reason to believe that they will not continue to lead that division and win the NFC East.
Hey, you got fired up on that.
Fired up.
Damn.
I grew up a Cowboys fan. I'm from New York. I shouldn't really be, but my older brother was a Cowboys fan, so made me a Cowboys fan.
Okay. So, and how old are you, Jason?
I'm 34.
All right,
I'll be
so when you were a little
next
tiny baby, they actually won some games that mattered.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, see,
$5
you know
in the
what?
Super Bowl off my mom.
Is that right? Maybe second grade? $5 off your mom?
Yeah.
Inflation, that counts
Yes.
for something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go sure on this. There's nothing more Dallas Cowboys than being preseason favorites. Whatever the hell that means. You guys can have it. Sure, hang a banner and do a cool drone shot, and we'll put it on HBO. Preseason favorites in July, whatever the hell month it is. Sure, yeah, absolutely, yeah. The Eagles, fine. No one could possibly beat the mighty 2022 Dallas Cowboys. We saw the incredible things they accomplished at the end of the year last year. No.
What do you think of the McCarthy quote? He steps up to the podium. The first question is, do you think your job's in jeopardy?
I didn't think we'd get to the word irritating or the word realm on July 25th, which was yesterday. Cantankerous man, Mike McCarthy, and I think he knows what time it is. How irritating would it be to constantly hear Sean Payton, but he should. He should hear it, because he's not that good.
The only thing more irritating is being asked about your independent study class.
Oh, yes, it is.
So
4 hours.
to me, I'm out. The NFC East, it's like the original six in hockey. This division is just classic organizations and teams that I really want to succeed, but they don't. It's been since 2005 that a team has won back-to-back NFC East titles, and the Eagles did it from 2001 to 2004. So
2000, yeah.
history
2003,
truth
2004
the
season.
Cowboys win last year. They're not winning this year. I don't know who it is, but I'm zooming out. I would pick the Eagles, but I'm zooming out on the NFC East. Remember in 2020 when the East was so uncomfortable? It had at the last 5 weeks. Everyone was trying to not be in first.
Washington won.
Washington won.
Home playoff.
What was their record that year? It was something. It was just
7-9.
The NFC East is a very uncomfortable place to live right now, and I just
She doesn't really have it down pat,
It's
does
just
she?
not happening this year for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say, and right now, to your point, Jamie, no one's taking Washington or the Giants, but we've seen it time and time again in that division where it's that random season where it's like, oh, the Giants went 10-7 and won the division. It could happen.
Yes.
Let's get to the next question. Yesterday, we were on the show and we did a segment called Meeting of the Minds.
All right, so that's the end of that's far enough for where we're going in there. So the great debate. Are the Eagles already the favorites to win the division? Are the Cowboys just, holding the place card until they finally get knocked off? Are the Cowboys ready to compete? Do we believe in the team that we have without the extra pieces that other teams reach for? Well, all these things will be answered in the very, very near future, friends. And I, for one, am so excited that we can start talking about football and the fact that a week from today, I'll be at practice. Not the games, not the games that we love. We'll be at practice, and we're going to try and bring you the best coverage that we can get you there. We're going to have to avoid the drones because, the drones are up there looking for anybody that's filming and doing stuff and all that. The Cowboys are very, very, they want to be secretive, even though they want to be open. They want to be secretive. So we're going to do the best we can to bring you the news on the Dallas Cowboys from practice. I'm Mark Holmes, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you double check to make sure you're subscribed. YouTube is doing this purge thing, and people are getting unsubscribed to channels and things without them knowing it and stuff. Just double check. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that you've hit the alert button so that way you can get all the news on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes, and, well, you know how we roll.
Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is